We will discuss where the bottom is and what Friday looks like. I'm going to be doing something on Friday, maybe a live stream on YouTube, but I may invite Keith back to the program. Perhaps we can even discuss a small H-bar with Casper, and he will rock it. Regarding the markets at this time, the most accurate person I know is this guy. Observed in the cryptocurrency industry, you should therefore pay attention for that and prepare to see us. Regarding the program, I'm not sure if it will be uploaded on YouTube or broadcast live. We'll go over everything together when I speak with him and talk about it. So let's get started without further ado. In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has decreased by 2.33%, reaching $51,187 Ethereum. In the same time frame, Ethereum has decreased by 1.09%, reaching $298 USDT and USDC. They have an XRP PEX, which is a mean lean of 54 pennies. It's down roughly 3 cents, and it hasn't been great during the last 24 hours overall. It appears unattractive. All in all, it's down more than 5%. With a $1 trillion, 961 billion Bitcoin market capitalization, what are we looking at? It's excellent that Bitcoin is still over 485. It will be around a week from now. Next, I think is it Thursday of next week? It's right, in 8 days, on Thursday, the entire cryptocurrency market capitalization needs to rise above $2 trillion, but I don't think it will happen too soon. I am currently more concerned about Bitcoin holding 485 in the event of that. Bull Run is activated, and Bull Run is on. Stephanie Starr stated that she is searching for one last dip and that her buy orders are set at 51 cents. When XRP hits 51 cents, should we make a move? Do we really need to touch it? Of course. She says, we don't, but if we do, she's going to be picking up another bag. Observe how frequently the daily bars touch the red resistance over several years to prove that my small modification was correct and that it was getting closer. We have been waiting for this time for more than 6 years, and it is closer to the intersection of multi-year support and resistance. You're done there. It's clearly visible there. Hitting the red bar several times as she considers taking one last plunge. Don't if you consider this to be a drop between 53 and 51 cents, but be ready for everything. It appears to me that XRP is ready to go, and as I mentioned on Friday, Keith and I will break this down even more to give you a better idea of where the markets are at. Considering Mr. Huber's remarks, just in case don't worry, you new to exercise pay. Complete a quicker payment. I'm having trouble swallowing my coffee because of the talks about the XRP ETF and the U.S. Fast Payments Council. As you may recall, Ripple tweeted yesterday about their collaboration with the council and that they hold more than 40 money transmitter licenses in the U.S. It's clear that the Faster Payment Council is all about transferring money within the U.S. We are aware of Paula and its stablecoin, which is an intriguing addition to the XRP ledger and keeps all transactions in U.S. dollars. To observe the course of the collaboration, Matto, we are honored to be the network sponsor at the forthcoming Web3 banking presentation, which Crypto Valley is organizing. We hope to meet you on March 6th in Geneva. Who are these people in the Crypto Valley? From Switzerland, they are creating a top-notch global blockchain ecosystem. Why is this so crucial? Almost a year ago, on February 17th or May 17th, a Swiss cryptocurrency firm called Ripple targeted regulatory uncertainties. This is the point in time when Ripple acquired Mako, and they will now part ways. Discussing it in Switzerland. XRP Drop states the American Ripple and Switzerland Pioneer and its new subsidiary, MCO, clearly chose Geneva as their location to hire 100 people in Switzerland. By year's end, one of its managers, Eric van Millenberg, explains the lack of options. Zook claims that last week at the World Economic Forum, Sophia Marina and I had an open discussion about a range of subjects, from Ripple's strategic move to Geneva in the acquisition of Matto to navigating regulatory landscapes for managing existing terrain. It's interesting to note that Ripple and Matto sponsored the CryptoVal conference. How everything seems to fit together perfectly. In 2023, Ripple takes action, and how the reason Ripple is acting in this way behind the scenes, purchasing businesses and forming alliances, is evident in the present landscape, which is why I'm so interested in watching what transpires with the U.S. license for money transmitters and the U.S. Fed a quicker payment council, of course. There's something simmering and brewing. Everyone is aware of what an XRPF BlackRock is approaching, but when and why does it truly happen? According to Prosper, Brad Garlinghouse essentially said, if we know an ETF is coming, I'm telling you, and the XRP ETF are coming this year, folks. When is the question, and how soon do we look at XRP's barroom? It appears to be a Q3, Q4 setup with an impending bullish P push-up. Before that, we're merely discussing the explosive peak in Q3 and Q4, which appears to be a summer move, as we anticipated more than 6 months ago. On Friday, you must pay attention. For Friday night's performance, I'm going to strongly advocate for a live stream in which we will examine XRP in detail, discussing potential bottom bases, move targets, where we think the next move will be, and when we think it will occur. For this reason, we're coming, Keith. Now let's go back and listen to Brad and these two. Brad announces banks on Bloomberg. How far can your custody experiment continue from yesterday? Considering Coinbase's situation and its custody position with these ETFs, what part do you see yourself playing in this? And custody growing over time. You know, the market is a little bit fragmented these days. Coinbase is one of the players, right? I am aware of 5 or 10 competitors who hold minor market shares. We have already committed to using Ripple's custody solution. We feel great, HSBC, because we have BBVA, a major partner of ours named Zodiac. Brad, when we have this conversation, we are talking about the momentum we have to create a larger banking infrastructure, but we also want to compete with more regional financial institutions as well as with some organizations that are beginning to look at their own crypto. Alongside you, the Republican Nikki Haley, with the primary elections just a few days away, the presidential candidate is making a state of the race speech in South Carolina and declaring her continued presence. She doesn't want to withdraw from the race, but Tim Draper was quite noticeable a few weeks ago on the show. An investor in Bitcoin was discussing what sort of president she may be and what kind of impact she could have on innovation in areas like digital assets. Given that Ripple is considering 2024, how significant do you ultimately think that the makeup of Congress and the White House may look like this as well? Who will decide what will happen to digital assets in the future through voting? When considering things at the highest level, which I believe to be extremely regaining leadership in crypto legislation is crucial for the US since we are now trailing behind other big nations like the UK. The European Union as a membership of 27 countries is excellent, but did you catch the banks? Isn't BBVA an intriguing concept? Additionally, we are aware of island nations, PNC Bank, and Bank of America. Find out what's happening with the waves within the US and with custody, people, and Dark Defender, everyone. We checked XRP on February 17th. To correct, the wave finishes between 50 and 52 cents, striking the orange resistance in the daily chart. Supports might be viewed as short-term below the update of the same structure as the last point of wave 2. Did Stephanie Starr focus on the most recent purchase? 515 cents after that. XRP will rip the daily OKO clouds in the direction of the next objective. 66, 77, and 9. I will tell you now, major targets for XRP are 75 cents and $1. We need to see them break through so that a final decline is feasible. Yes, do we now see it? Does it get somewhat pushed out? We can say this on every show. What we could possibly need to do is take a step back, assess, and look at it from a very basic perspective. With 8 days remaining, I will be able to predict where the cryptocurrency markets will focus their attention over the next 30, 60, and 90 days. Bitcoin closes above $485, and the total cryptocurrency market cap closes above $2 trillion. Could we currently witness a recovery from here? We could, surely. We had a gloomy cloud. We plunged over each other. Well, it's being consumed, so things aren't too bad. Unpleasant area here, but keep in mind that before Bitcoin breaks, XRP goes closer to $1.